Salutations readers, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nkechi, and for today, this is going to be my Asian Readathon TBR for 2025. So, if you do not know what this readathon is, it's basically just a readathon where you read books written by Asian authors in the month of May in honor of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month here in the United States. Anyone can participate. It's an online challenge. The point is that you just try to read as many books written by Asian authors as you can, and also from various Asian ethnicities. Now, this readathon was created by Cindy from With Cindy. I will link in the video description down below her announcement video if you want some more information about this readathon. Every year since I think 2022, there's been like a film or some sort of media that's like the theme. This year is actually various 2024 and 2025 films, because there wasn't really one particular film that Cindy thought would be perfect for just the theme. So we do have pretty much 5 films for the 5 prompts. So each prompt is corresponding to a film that's inspired for the prompt. And again, for this year, I mean, not just this year, but just like for every single time you participate in this readathon, you can read the books in whatever order as far as the prompts. You can double up on prompts, but the whole point is that you read books written by Asian authors, and they have to have various Asian ethnicities. Anyways, I think that's it for this intro. Let's actually get into the prompts themselves. So for the first prompt, it is inspired by Najat 2, which I think came out this year. I haven't seen the first film, so I do want to watch the first film and then also watch the sequel. But the prompt is read a book written by an Asian author that is fantasy and or a bestseller, because Najat 2 was like really high up there in the box office when it came out. And also it's a fantasy. For the fantasy part, because I wasn't sure if this book is a bestseller yet, maybe it is a bestseller, but at least it's from a best-selling author at least. And that's why I went with something like Gifted and Talented by Ollie Blake. This book literally came out this year, so I'm not sure if it's a bestseller yet, but this is actually like an adult contemporary fantasy that's inspired by Succession, but with magic. And it deals with the 3 Wren siblings and after the death of their father and trying to deal with all of that. And they have some sort of magical powers, all the things. So I do have an advanced listening copy from the publisher Macmillan Audio, and I do have a physical copy here so I can just follow it along. And I'm hoping that I will enjoy this. So I think this will fit for this prompt pretty well. Prompt number 2 is inspired by The Wedding Banquet, which I think is supposed to be a reimagining of a film that came out a couple of decades ago or something like that. I'm not really sure of the premise on this one, but the prompt for this one is to read a book written by an Asian American author that is a retelling and or features queer characters. So I don't really have anything that's a retelling that I'm particularly interested in, but I do have a book that I really want to read that has queer characters as the main characters, because I need to read it. And I think you all know what book that is. The Lotus Empire by Tasha Suri, the 3rd and final book in the Burning Kingdoms trilogy. And this is the book I'm bunny reading with Nats from Something Bookish This Way Comes, and Julie as well. I really want to at least just start reading this book because I want to finish off this series. Prompt number 3. This one is inspired by How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies, which I think is some sort of a Thai drama. And actually is available for me to borrow through my library. So I do hope to also watch this film in the month of May as well. But the prompt is read a book written by an Asian author that's emotional and or features an older character. I do believe that this will be a pretty emotional read. It is a book that was recommended to me for like a 6 books by 6 friends. And based on the premise, it sounds like something to be quite emotional. So I decided to go with Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu. One of my bookish mutuals on Bookstagram has recommended me this book. I just know it's historical fiction. A moving debut novel about war, migration, and the power of telling our stories that follows 3 generations of a Chinese family on their search for a place to call home. Yeah, this seems like a pretty emotional read. And also, since it's giving me a generational family saga, we're gonna have older characters. So this one actually fits for both, basically. But this is definitely one I really do want to read. I've had it on my shelf for, I think, over a year now. So I think it's now time to at least try to read this book, especially since it's been recommended by one of my bookish mutuals that's like that we have really well aligned reading tastes. So I think I'm going to at least enjoy this one. Okay, prompt number 4 is inspired by All We Imagine as Light, which I'm not quite familiar with this one. I think this is supposed to be like an international film. That's all I really know. That's all I remember Cindy talking about this film. But the prompt is, read a book written by an Asian author that's international, like non-English or from a different country than yours, and or underrated. I I do know that the book I chose is definitely international because it's actually translated. Now, as far as it being underrated, I mean, it's a classic, but it's not a classic that I'm particularly familiar with. And I chose Notes of a Crocodile by Xu Maojing, translated by Bonnie Huey. I don't even know if I pronounced the names correctly, honestly. I just realized that. But this was one of the books that I think I purchased last summer when I went to New Jersey / New York with my family. I was very fascinated by this one because I have learned that this is a classic written by a Taiwanese author, and I don't really read much translated fiction. Set in the post-martial law era of late 1980s Taipei, Notes of a Crocodile is a coming-of-age story of queer misfits discovering love, friendship, and artistic affinity while hardly studying at Taiwan's most prestigious university. It says here it's a cult classic, and I'm like, well, say less. I might as well just give this a shot. And I've had it on my shelf for over 6 months. I gotta at least try it. I don't like the fact on how tiny this font is though. Not a fan of that, but I do like that it's short, so maybe that means I'll get through it quickly with heavy air quotations, but that's the hope. We'll just see how it goes. All right, now for prompt number 5. This one is inspired by No Other Land, which was a documentary that won the Oscars for Best Documentary Feature, I think. The book prompt is to read a book written by an Asian author that's nonfiction and or political. I wasn't quite certain on the nonfiction part. Maybe if I have some poetry, I probably would do it for this one, but I went with more on the political side, and I decided to go with Minor Detail by Adania Shibli, translated by Elizabeth Jacket. So I got the audiobook via Libra FM when they had it for free because of the controversy regarding this, some sort of prize, some sort of international prize, and the drama regarding that. So I got a chance to get the audiobook, and I have yet to actually read the book. And I have been hesitating to read it because of the subject matter, but it is really short. It's like less than 4 hours. So I'm just like, this will be a perfect opportunity to just read it, especially for this prompt. And I just gotta rip up the Band-Aid and just start reading it. But anyways, these are the books that I plan to read in the month of May for this TBR. I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to get through all these books. I'm hoping to at least get to like Minor Detail, Lotus Empire, and hopefully also Gifted and Talented. We shall see as far as how I feel, because again, mood reader. So even though it's a TBR, my mood reading might move me to read other things. So this is at least the hopefuls. We shall see if I get through this. But anyways, thank you all again for watching this video. Again, video description down below for the announcement as far as how this readathon works and other things. I'm also pretty excited to check out the films that are also inspired by these prompts as well. However, I can for sure, like How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. I'm gonna borrow that from my library. I'll see about how to check out No Other Land as well to see if I can watch that. And for the other ones, I don't know, maybe they just came out too recently, so I'll just probably give it a year or two before I can like access it for real. That's it. That's all I have for y'all. Anyways, again, like this video if you like it. Comment down below, are y'all gonna participate in the Asian Readathon? Please let me know if you are and what your TBR is. And if this is new for you, just let me know what you plan to read in the month of May. And if you're new here, you like my vibe, you like the video, and all the things, definitely hit the subscribe button. And if you made it this far into the video, you're not sure what to say, but you want to leave me an emoji to let me know you're here. What should we do? Ooh, okay, I got it. How about we leave me a crocodile emoji for Notes of a Crocodile. Thank you again for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.